when neutral as possible. How has the relationship with WAEC been over the period?
Oh, thank you. I think we have had an excellent working relationship. And the relationship even goes beyond the fact that we produce students and then WAEC examines those students. The Director General of the Ghana Education Service, currently my boss, I feel like I'm being interviewed for a job.
He's watching you keenly.
The Director General of the Ghana Education Service, by convention, is also the chairman of WAEC in Ghana, as well as the chief government nominee for council, which includes all member nations. In addition to the Director General being chairman, we also have a lot of GES staff who serve on various committees of WAEC. And so if you look at all of the committees of WAEC, there are GES staff from headmasters, staff at headquarters, staff at regional and district offices. And so we do have a very close working relationship. However, there is a level of independence, especially when it comes to the setting of examinations and the administration of examinations. We go to WAEC just like any other institution will go to WAEC for examination administration. And based on the examinations that they conduct for us, we take those examinations within the confines and rules of the West African Examination Council. During the times of examinations, our schools become centers for WAEC. It is no longer, in the exams halls are not controlled by the Director General or any of the Ghana Education Service people, but the West Africa Examination Council. And additionally, if we have other assessments that cuts across either schools or regions, we would work very closely with the council to set exams, to look at what achievements we want or what measures we want to measure in those assessments, and then they will set those assessments for us, moderate it, and then administer, and then give us the results. Recently, they have done the NST for Primary 4 for us across the country. And so that's the relationship we've had with the council.
Let's look at it this way. So GES, your aim is to see as many students as possible pass, right, and go through. As a teacher, that's what your hope would be, that when you teach students, they pass the exams. WAEC's job is to make sure they pass only if they need to pass. So they are like the controller, the wicked man standing at the gate. How are you able to work together, considering that, I don't know if it would be fair to say you are pursuing different agenda?
I don't think we are pursuing different agendas. Number one, our aim is not just to get students to pass, but our main goal at the Ghana Education Service is to prepare students for life. And assessments and examinations are just one measure of the preparation in order for them usually to move to the next level. But our key goal is to ensure that in addition to the curriculum that the students must understand and be able to interpret that curriculum in an assessment form, that's what we do at the Ghana Education Service. The council's responsibility is also to ensure that they measure the students based on the agreed standards, to make sure that those standards that we believe, as well as what the council believe, those students are able to exceed those standards. So we are not pursuing different agendas.
So you don't get angry when they cancel exam results and fail students. You don't get angry at all. You know that it is for the betterment of the students.
We believe that those are accurate results based on the performance of the students. What is actually interesting in terms of the relationship is that at the end of each examining period, WAEC will give us a full report, chief examiner's reports, how the students fared, areas where the student didn't do well. And so there is a very collaborative arrangement between the Ghana Education Service and WAEC. And beyond the Ghana Education Service, I think I speak for private schools as well, where the same arrangements are made to ensure that the trends that assessors are seeing, examiners are seeing, they're able to communicate it to us so that we're able to make sure that we adjust our teaching pedagogies and practices to make sure that we are preparing students.
Let me bring another stakeholder in this group, the Conference of Heads of Assisted Secondary Schools. You are a subset of GES, all right, but you also have direct relationship with WAEC because you run the schools for the GES. but you are ultimately the guys who supervise the examination on the day. How have the relationship been between WAEC and your outfit? So senior high schools in particular, the heads of these schools, and even the teachers.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. Indeed, the relationship has been good over the years. Like is rightly said, as headmasters, we superintend over the senior high schools that are under our care. And at the end of the day, we are supposed to prepare the students to be able to write the examinations. We make sure they go through their curriculum as is required of them, and we also let them understand the rudiments of the examinations, so that when the time is up, we ourselves again become part of ensuring that the exams are conducted very well by being the supervisors of the examination, and also ensuring that the teachers that are serving and the rest are the invigilators, so that together with WAEC, because WAEC also brings their external officials to come and oversee how the conduct of the exam is going on. So we all collaborate and ensure that these exams are carried out as is expected. At the end of the day, whatsoever results that comes out is the reality of it. So over the years, it has been very cordial.
So we always hear allegations of headmasters trying to buy exam questions for students. It doesn't happen a lot in the public schools. It's usually the private schools. Is that something that you also record? Are there incentives to want to get questions for your students so that you become a top A school, even though it's a GES school, you're just an employee, but at least under your headmastership, you will get plenty A's.
Thank you very much. I think such cases are the exceptionals. The norm is that you must ensure the exams are conducted very well. But once you are dealing with human beings and the numbers are large, once in a while you get such bad notes among the system. So measures have been put in place to check those things so that they don't occur. Or even when they occur, the appropriate punitive actions are taken to discourage future occurrence. So it is not something that happens as a norm, it's the exception.
Okay.
But life in general, the exceptions normally attract and carries the day as against the normal ones. Because if you look at it and see, it's just maybe 1 or 2 schools that may be involved in it. But when it comes out, they forget of all the 98 that have done very well and only concentrate on this. So we are not absolving ourselves that no, such things are not happening. But when they happen as institutions, we try to check them so that we reduce its occurrence or even take it away completely.
Okay. So